What's up, guys? It's Chris. Welcome to VHP Engines. You guys see those fucking like waves? Boy, that's bugging the shit out of me. It seems like I used to film at night all the time. I never had that feedbacky problem. Well, now I really see it. Holy Jesus! I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's bothered me. Maybe one of you guys know what it is, or how I can get around it. I even tried like minimizing the amount of light that I'm getting here, and it's still fucking. It's kind of one of those things when you see it, you can't fucking unsee it, and then you're always staring at it. And it's a little bit annoying. Anyway, don't mind my little filler. I'm just trying to talk. B20s. We're gonna talk B20s. I haven't taken another look at that list of mine that I made for future upcoming topics here. The one that we voted on like 2 weeks ago. But B20s, the B20 video, the B20 cousin to what I did with the LS is probably going to be next, because I think the B20 is definitely the popular topic there. Everybody likes to make as much power as they possibly can off of the cheap stuff. Aside from single cams, B18s and B20 are the cheap stuff, so that's what everybody likes to talk about. I don't want to say it's a bad thing. I like to talk about it anyway. That's why we're talking about B20s right now. And again, this is another one of those things where I'm pretty sure we've talked about it, or I've talked about it a bunch of times before. But we're going to talk about it again because it's something that's still frequently asked. So, B20 sleeves. Oh, bro, I hear that B20 sleeves are really weak and you can't build with those. It's not good. It's not a good engine to go with. Or B20s, bro, you can't boost them. I just hear it. Or B20s you can boost, but only low boost. And then I get aggravated when I hear that, because then you gotta remember that boost levels are relative compared to the size of your fucking turbo. So boost levels, low boost, high boost, and all that shit really matters. It matters. Low and high boost matter. But when you start talking about boost 7 psi, 8 psi, I'm like, how the fuck are we in 2018 where turbos are like $5 and everybody still doesn't understand these basic things, or hasn't come across the understanding of these basic things? I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the fact that I like to hide when I am ignorant on a topic, I like to try and secretly, low-key inform myself as much as possible, so that way when I come out into the open, I'm not embarrassing myself, or I don't feel embarrassed. I'm not saying it's bad for you guys. By all means, fucking learn however way you can. But I don't know, it's just weird. Maybe just because, like I said, I'm projecting my own habits upon y'all. And same thing same thing even when I went to the gym. I didn't lift in the gym for a long time because I felt embarrassed that I couldn't do it. I didn't look like a bitch in front of people, And even when I started talking about it on Facebook, people clowned on me for lifting low ass weight. I started at like 50 fucking pounds on a little plastic bench, and then worked my way up from there. So by the time I went to an actual gym, I was already lifting like almost 300 pounds. And then I think it's the same thing like with MMA and stuff like that. I learned secretly, and then I come out, so that way when I come out, I have already a decent amount of knowledge what I'm talking about. So I guess that's why it frustrates me sometimes when I see some of the most like repetitive stuff. That the most repetitive stuff, amazingly, is the most basic stuff. And I know that I seem like I'm ranting now and I'm talking about random shit, but this really isn't a long fucking topic here. This is just an opinion piece, more or less. When I hear people talk about B20s, you can't do it or whatever. I can't deny the fact that B20s do have a history of popping in the sleeve area more frequently than their cousins. All right, this is true. This is an undeniable fact. That is such an undeniable fact that even CSS dropped its warranty for $500 for the B20s to $400, because they were popping frequently enough to where they're like, fuck, we can't keep losing money here. All right, now with that being said, will I let that deter me from building a B20 for myself? Whether it be super high compression NA, nitrous, supercharged, turbocharged? Nah, not at all. And will it stop me from running all kinds of power through it? Not at all. Now, will it stop me from going over 500 horsepower? Yep, sure will. But anything under that, I don't care. I think at the end of the day, you're modifying an engine, As soon as you start to tamper with it, no matter how much you're reinforcing it, you're reinforcing the engine because you plan on shoving all kinds of power straight down its fucking throat. All right, you plan on spearing that engine with way more power than it's ever been meant for. All right, now just because you upgrade doesn't mean it's not gonna blow up. It's just a better chance that it's not gonna blow up. Again, to make another gym reference, you know, you can whatever your maximum lift for whatever, you know, your whatever fucking machine or piece of equipment you're trying to work on. Just because that's the maximum you can lift doesn't mean you can do that every day. You know, no matter how strong you get, doesn't mean you can do that shit every single day. Eventually, you get tired, you'll find a breaking point, and you won't be able to do it anymore. Same thing with your engine. Like once you, no matter how much you reinforce it, the more and more you beat on it, the more likelihood that it's gonna go boom. Now, so the way I feel is, you know, and I guess I can tag this in another link here, is that your engine life expectancy, no matter how well it's built, it starts to go down as soon as you start fucking with it. Because you're preparing it to do bad things to it. All right, but even then, with that regard being said, even a stock engine that you never fuck with, you know, doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna last forever. Look at Subarus; they blow up at 15,000 miles sometimes. Don't hate me, Subaru people. I don't make the rules. This is what it is. Anyway, the whole point is like, so yeah, when you come at me and ask for B20 advice or whatever, there's no specialty rule. There's nothing that you can do. There's no minimum limit, no maximum limit that you're gonna be able to guarantee that the B20 is not gonna go, because the B20 can pop at any time, at any power level, and I've seen it. I've seen them pop at 200 horsepower, pop a sleeve, and I've seen them go to 500 horsepower before they pop a sleeve. It's just a give or take, you know, depending on circumstances and situations and all that kinds of good stuff. You know, the B20 is definitely a hit or miss. I would like to say that it's a successful hit more often than not. I have no doubt that you can have a B20V boosted or a stock B20 boosted or whatever, and it lasts for a long time. There are some occasions where you're going to spin a bearing, you know, well before you crack a sleeve. You know, it just, you know, it depends. And I think that despite the fact that, you know, there's a bias out there and you hear a lot of horror stories, you know, well, I did this too, or it happened to me too, it happened to me too. You also got to remember that people focus on the bad things, you know, more often than they focus on the successes. And you know, there could be just as many B18s, you know, B16s, D16s that have all cracked sleeves. You know, I hear stories like that all the time. Being in the fact that I'm in a position where people talk to me all the time from literally all over the fucking world, you know, I've heard stories about cracked sleeves here, cracked sleeves there. And this is also why it leads to the paranoia for some people who overbuild an engine. You know, 300 horsepower, people who like 300 horsepower, and then they fucking CSS or Darton sleeves or LA sleeves when they have no intentions in the world of going anywhere near the power levels they need because they had a bad experience, you know? And I understand, like, if you only have 300 horsepower and you pop a sleeve, you're like, fuck, well, I have to do this now. Nah, man, you just had a case of bad luck, and it doesn't mean you have to go over the fucking moon building this shit. If you're... Yeah, I mean, it was just bad fucking luck. It was just bad luck of circumstances. You don't know the condition necessarily of the engine before. I mean, unless you built it yourself. And even if you built it, you're most likely using a block that's 20 years old. And even if you machine and, you know, or inspect, sometimes, you know, the material is just a little weaker in some places that, you know, that you don't see because it hasn't started to break there yet. So there's just there's a lot of variables that go into play when you're talking about the life expectancy of any engine, and I think that the B20, even though you hear more about it popping, and I will not deny the fact that the B20 is more susceptible to cracking and breaking a sleeve, that it's not something that I would shy away from. But it's not just, this isn't just a video of me saying go ahead and don't be scared and do it. This is also a video of me telling you guys that no, there is no minimum power level, you know, that you can run and feel safe because, like I said, I've seen NA B20s pop at fucking 200 horsepower. So you don't think, oh, well, if I squeeze out only 250 or 300 horsepower, the sleeves aren't going to pop. That's bullshit. It can happen. It doesn't fucking matter. 84 millimeters is a pretty thin fucking sleeve. You know, it was made for bigger torque in an SUV, not meant for shoving all kinds of extra air into it to make it more powerful. It's just something we like to do because it's fun. The only thing I can say is if you want a 2.0, a 2-liter engine, and you want to have a stronger cylinder, go with a K20, you know, or F20, or whatever fucking Honda engine that has a 2 and an O. Anyway, but of course that defies the whole point of the B20 because it's cheap and easy to get and easy to swap. But yeah, that's it. B20 is a great engine. I love them. I oddly enough never really got to experience one to its fullest potential because the B20V that I built and was building a boost, was stolen before I could finish, having it tuned. So I drove around in it, but nowhere far, didn't daily it or anything like that. Didn't even get to open up full power. Hopefully the thieves enjoyed it and it didn't get just broke down. But anyway, yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it. That's all I have to talk about on that. Looks like I've shitted out all my ideas I can for right now, and I don't want to commit right now to doing the B20 NA because it's probably going to be as long as the LS, most likely. So I might do some smaller ones throughout the week, and then do that one on the weekend. And I might not do anything again this week until the weekend. But the whole point of the fact of the matter is, you got 5 uploads in the last 24 hours, and even if maybe they're not all what you want to see, there's still a chance that at least one of them are. All right, and I guess I want to add in real quick too, guys, that especially like I said earlier in the video, regurgitated again, new faces, old questions, or new faces and the same old new faces bringing new challenges mentally to me. I used to not add anybody on Facebook at all. I used to hide behind the VHB Engines page so that way nobody could find me on Facebook. And mainly the whole idea behind that is because I share personal shit on there sometimes because I like to vent. And the reason why is because it's personal. I won't tell you why I do it. But there's that. Plus I say a lot of dumb shit, and I just don't want to, sometimes my personal shit doesn't need to mix over with art. Whatever the fuck you're here for. You're here for fucking Honda stuff or cars or whatever. And then, of course, there's things that I do in my everyday life, and there's things that you do in your everyday life that's not going to mesh well with me. Like, I even got to the point the other day where I was frustrated with some people I'm adding from YouTube because it's like, I don't want to see your stupid political bullshit or whatever. And I'm like, why am I fucking adding people I don't know? And I was like, whatever, just unfollow or whatnot. But I got to the point where I stopped not adding people. I just like, fuck it, I'll just add them. And it just, I don't want you guys to think that just because you add me on Facebook or whatever, or just because you find me because I'm not hiding anymore, that I'm just gonna fucking, be your personal guru. That's not gonna happen, man. And you guys hit me up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the fucking morning just because I'm awake. And just because I'm filming or I happen to be cruising Facebook doesn't mean I want to fucking talk to you about your car shit right now, man. This is like the little bit of time that I get to chill before I have to get up and do all the same shit over again early as fuck tomorrow. And honestly, I should be going to bed now. And but anyway, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but like the whole reasoning for me not adding people on Facebook originally was if you want to follow me like on social media, on Facebook or whatever, I have the VHP Engines page. Go fucking follow that. I'll talk to everybody in the comments and shit there. I answer my DMs when I'm ready. I don't want you fucking thinking that, he added me on Facebook, so now I'm cool to just ask whatever the fuck I want. I absolutely hate that. I cannot stand it, man. There's a bunch of people on from YouTube that I'm friends with, that I'm like legit friends with now on Facebook, and we have normal conversations, like bullshit back and forth about work or how the fucking weather's been or stuff about cars like that. When you talk to me on a somewhat regular basis about just random bullshit, I can get down with that. I appreciate that more. I don't want you to add me thinking that you're just gonna fucking milk my fucking brain for every goddamn question you want answered. It's not gonna happen. It's a good way to get just removed from the friends list there or blocked. I want to, like I said earlier today, I want to keep interactions going with everybody, keep them pleasant and all that stuff. But this has never been about trying to have 1 million subscribers. I mean, the more subscribers I have, cool for me, I guess. But I don't give a shit about that at the end of the day. And I'm not here to cater to and serve just because I'm scared of my subscriber count going down a notch. You know, I don't give a shit. It's not that serious for me. So yeah, just don't be rude. If you see me posting comments on Facebook or whatever and you DM me, don't be fucking like, hello, when you gonna answer me? I'll fucking answer you when I'm ready. Or maybe because of that I'm never gonna answer you at all, you fucking dick. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave a fucking little tag in the description here or whatnot, saying that I bullshit for 5 minutes. For anybody, you might get fucking offended and I'm talking about my personal shit on here. But yeah. Anyway, I like talking to you guys. So, especially now that I'm feeling back in the groove to finally do it again. We got a lot to catch up on. You know, I've been saying a lot of random dumb shit. You know, most of my uploads have been like fucking nonsense. You know, this is actual conversation. So, be happy for that. Or if not, you know, you're in the wrong fucking place. Oh, and I guess one more little thing to add there. If you guys are wondering why y'all see some basic ass fucking thumbnails from me all the time, it's just my dumb ass fucking face and like a little bullshit ass caption. It's because I don't want to misrepresent this channel. A long time ago, or like middle of last year, I had one person complain like, bro, your thumbnails are like clickbait. You know, it's just I thought I'm gonna see some cool shit, and this is you talking in a chair. And of course, my answer then was, a lot of my thumbnails for my videos is me sitting here, so it's not like all misleading. So every once in a while, I would take a picture like out of my fucking personal photos or whatnot, because I try not to take off the internet too often for copyright reasons. And so like I would post that up instead. And then after that, I just 100% went to just like me and my fucking face. That way, for you new people or new people that might get interested in what the topic is, you know, you're gonna realize that it's just this fucking guy right here talking to you, talking to the camera. All right, guys. Yeah, this wound up being a lot longer than I thought it was. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm hearing weird noises again and it's fucking popping sounds, and I'm kind of creeped out that I don't have a curtain here yet, and it's bothering me. But I am. I'm not fucking playing no games. Anyway, y'all good night. Or morning, whenever the fuck y'all see this. And I'll see y'all again when I see you sometime later in the week. Peace. Thanks for watching.